Hey, hello. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. Today we are going to talk about creating a listing on eBay. I'm going to show you how I can do a listing on the computer and how you can do a listing on your phone. So first off, we're going to list this. This is a Catan dice game, something pretty easy. Okay, we're going to create a listing on eBay. There's more than one way of creating a listing. I'm going to show you a couple ways that I do it. First is on a laptop. What I normally do is I will come in here and I will type in what I am going to be selling. So in this case, we are going to be doing this Catan dice game. I will put this in. I will scroll down and I will click on the sold listings. I will look at what is the current rate going for right now. So here's one for $8.95 with free shipping. There's one where they charge shipping, $5.65. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will sort by the highest. And I'll kind of go down because if somebody's got a really good listing and they sold at a great price, then I'm going to want to look at what they did. So here's one right here. This is the first one that's the highest sold of what I'm selling. This one was $14.99. Next was $10, but they took a best offer and they had shipping included. Then here's one at $13.48. So then this one's probably somewhere in between because it's sorted by price. So what I would do is I would go ahead and click on the one that is selling for the price or looks like the item that you're selling. And then I say sell one like this. So right here, see where it says that sell one like this. So because this is the exact same item that I'm going to be selling, I'm going to click on that, sell one like this. This will make it so a lot of your stuff will already be pre-populated. They have already chosen exactly what category to put their item in. And I'm just going to go ahead and go along with their item. But I will double check it as I go along. So Catan, the dice game. I don't like any type of extra characters in my title. I think it might make a difference with Google. I've heard that at one point. So I don't usually put that type of stuff. So Catan, the dice game, board game, new Mayfair settlers. All right, so it is new. It is not a board game, so I'm actually going to take that out of my title. This is just the dice game. It says role, play, settle. I just kind of read a little bit about it because I'm going to change up what they put. So it's Mayfair Settlers, and it's by Claus Tuber. So I'm going to add that in here. I do like to use up all the characters if I can. So this one did say, I just want to see how many players, if it has like 2 players, 5 players, that type of stuff. Like, what's the minimum? I don't see. I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. Play it on only 15 to 30 minutes. So that's really nice to know. And then warning. Okay, here we go. It was hidden. So it's 7 years old and up and 1 to 4 players. So I'm going to put ages 7 and up, 1 to 4 players. And then it's 15 to 30 minutes. So that fit in there. So I'm going to add all of that. Subtitle. I don't add subtitles because they cost money, $1.50 for a subtitle. Your custom label SKU. Whatever you put in here, the buyer, potential buyers, they will not see. It is only for you, for your back end. I have a system behind me, which I put all my stuff into totes. So this is where I would put my tote number. So for instance, this one is going to go into tote B9. I put that first because when I do my inventory, I can sort by the custom label SKU, and it will put everything that starts with A first, B, C, D, and it'll continue on, and I could pull out tote A, and I have it right in front of me what is in tote A. So for me, it works very, very well. I also put in my custom label, as you can see what popped up underneath here where it says FB free. That means that I got the item on Facebook for free. GW means I got it at the Goodwill for $1. KH would be Kohl's for $7.72. RA would be Rite Aid. And then WM is my Walmart. So those are things that are currently in my B9 tote and how much I paid for it. So for me, what I do next is I got to find out how much did I pay for this. So a lot of times I may still leave, if I have more than one of these, which in this case I do have more than one, I would leave a sticker on one of them so I would know. The other thing I do is when I take a picture, let me see if I can show you guys this. Are you gonna, here we go. Okay, so when I take my pictures, this is, I sit down and I take a bunch of photos of a bunch of items. Here we go. Here's Catan. So you can see, let me see if I can make, oh, these are extra large. Okay, so right here is the first photo that I take, and it usually will include the price if the price is still on the item. So in this case, I paid $3.50 for this dice game. Then I take the sticker off, and then these are the photos you can see here. This is one photo we'll use, and then this photo, and then this one where you see my fingers holding up 2, that means I have 2 of these games. So I would put 2 in my photo so I would know I have 2. There are other times, let's see, like right here, I'll just show you, these are some things that I'm listing right now. I put actually both items in the photo and just took a picture of both items. And show you something else. Like, oh, here's one where there's 4 of them. You know, so if I have them all handy, I'll throw them in there and I include them in the picture. So at night, I'll sit upstairs and I'll be watching outside of my office. My office is down here in my basement. I will sit upstairs, watch TV at night, and I'll be sitting there listing. So it kind of helps in that case. So I just wanted to show you that. So now I know I paid $3.50 for this, and I bought it at Walmart because I was a Walmart sticker. So I put WM and $3.50. And the reason why I put my cost of goods in here is because I run a report once a month, and it will show me what I sold, and it includes this custom SKU. So when I do my taxes, my accounting, I can say in my accounting, my cost of goods for the month on eBay were this much. So I will add that $3.50. I'll add them all up, and it'll give me a total of how much my cost of goods were. All right, so next is the category. I just verify that the category is correct. And in this case, it looks fine to me. I do not add a second category. You will pay an additional listing fee. Or if you are allotted, like I'm on premier level or something like that, premium level, where I get 1,000 listings a month, it would take that from the 1,000 listings if I was to do it in more than one. I do use store categories. So I will come under here. I have one called, I have a main category that's toys, and then I have Bionicles, dolls, plush, games, Legos, whatever. So I'm going to click on games, and I'll talk about that on another video on how you can set up your store categories. I think it is nice for somebody who maybe wants to come and buy more than one item from you. If you do combined shipping and something like that, sometimes they'll like, all right, I'm just going to go hang out in their store and check out and see what else they might have. UPC, this one does have a UPC. So I don't know if you can see me in my little tiny screen right here, but I do have a handheld scanner. So instead of typing it in, I can actually scan. You'll see, and it should fill it in down here. There you go. Or I would have had to just type it in. I like easy, and that's the case. Condition, my choices are new and used. Sometime you'll see new, other, refurbished, and it all depends on the category you're listing in. I'm going to add photos. Again, all of my photos I try and take ahead of time. Pictures. I have a folder in here called eBay. Normally, I have a folder called the month within eBay, so I don't have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 photos in one folder. The other thing that I have done in the past is I will save my listing as a draft, And then I'll take the phone, because I use my phone. I have an iPhone XS Max, and I will take pictures with my phone, and I will just upload, save it as a draft, and then upload the pictures from there. But it hasn't been working lately. You've been losing item specifics when you do that, so I prefer not to do that. All right, so here's my picture. What I then do is go in and edit, and I take all my pictures, or I try and take all my pictures in square format because it just fits nicer on here. So I kind of play with the color. On your phone, which we'll look at later, there is a way that you can remove your background. Sometimes I don't want it to, it can really kind of make it off sometimes when you play with this, but I just kind of play with it till it gets to a nice level and save it. I'm going to go, here's the main picture. I'm going to do the same thing with that. Just a nice crisp white background. Looks good for Google. So I kind of play with this just to remove that background. So you can also resize it here. You can turn it, so you can do this to it. This right here will do some automatic, or no, I'm sorry, this one right here will do some automatic stuff. I like to just kind of play with the settings myself. You can display a large photo in search. It does cost $1. I do not do that. So eBay automatically will look at your things and say, hey, we think these item specifics may apply to your listing. Is the game a dice game? Yes. Is the brand Catan? Yes. And is the minimum number of players 4? No, it's 1 to 4 or 2 to 4. So I am not going to update that. I will manually do it down below. So anything that's up here where it says required and it has this red star, you need to have something in there. So if you don't know what it is, a lot of times you can just put in not available, not applicable, or something like that. Like if this was a brand I didn't know, I would put unknown. In this case, it is Catan. Game title, Catan. I just want to verify that the brand name actually is Catan. It looks like it is Catan Studio. This one is just called, I'm going to put Catan Dice Game. There is no character family. So let's say this was some type of Star Wars game, Disney game, but it was about the movie Frozen. Then you would put in here like Star Wars or Frozen or something like that. Game type is a dice game. Game type and then type. I don't know why they have that, but this is not a board game. This is a complete game. The year that it came out, 2018 is the copyright on here. The theme is strategy. I have no idea. I've never played it. The dice game. I've played the regular game, but it is strategy. And then age level. And so this one says on here that it's for 7 and up. So I'm not going to hit 4 to 7 because they don't really recommend it for children that are 4 years old. It does say in here 4 and younger, a warning. So I'm not going to select that age group, but I'll select anything above 7 years old. I have seen where people will type in, they'll put in like 7 plus. I guess it didn't really add it. So I just prefer to click the buttons. Recommended age group. Change that to 7 to adult. Gender, which really makes no sense. And I don't understand why they have this. There are no games that are just for boys, and there are no games that are just for girls. Just saying. Okay. So now we got to type in a description. So here I'm going to put the Catan Dice Game. It's actually Klaus, Teuber. Catan Dice Game is what it says on here. Roll, play, settle. So I kind of just look at what the packaging says, and I'll add that stuff in here. So it's ages 7 and up, 1 to 4 players. 15 to 30 minutes. New and packaging. Okay, that's all I put. I'm only going to do fixed price. I don't do auctions. Of course, now everything is good till canceled. Buy it now price. I think the highest was $14.99. So I'm actually going to put mine at $14.99 because I run sales on a pretty regular basis. So it leaves me some wiggle room and for best offers. I do not do a best offer right from the beginning on most of my items. Now, the reason why I do that is because there are times when I would list something and immediately somebody would send me an offer. And I'm like, oh, I just listed it like 5 minutes ago. And if it's a high value item where I'm asking like $130 and I'm willing to take 100 for it, then I would probably do it. But a lot of the items I sell are in this $14.99 to $25 range. So I usually don't put best offer until a couple weeks go by, and then I'll go back and I will actually sort my listings by date started, and I will just click say selected and then go and edit it and do a bulk edit and include best offer on them. So it's up to you. Quantity, in this case, I have 2 of them. Sell as a lot. This is not a lot. Allow buyers to remain anonymous to other eBay users. I just leave that because I don't care if people know what everybody else is buying. And there are some people, especially now with the holidays, it is nice that they can buy something. And if somebody was to see that they left feedback, it won't show them what they purchased. So I leave that there. So payments are managed by eBay. Managed by eBay. I'm in the managed payment program. If you were doing PayPal, this is where you would see PayPal and you would put in your PayPal address. I have not been requiring immediate payment. I used to do it, and then recently somebody convinced me to change, and now I'm doing this. It has not caused a problem yet, so I'm going to continue to not have immediate payment. eBay collects all my sales tax for me, so I don't do any of this stuff anymore. Domesticated returns. I actually have been doing 30-day free returns. I do not have international returns accepted because I currently am not even really selling internationally for most things just because of the delay. This is a lightweight item. I most of the time will just say calculated, even though I have it set to free shipping. Almost majority of my store is free shipping right now. I think buyers like free shipping. I know that there are times when I go shopping and I will actually click on the little box that says only show me items that people are doing free shipping on. It's just easier as a buyer. So because I know that I've done that in the past, I know there's other buyers that do that. So I would rather just include the shipping into my price. Offer local pickup. I don't do that. I live in a very, very rural area. I would think if you lived in a larger metropolitan city, that type of stuff, you might want to think about offering local pickup. Or if you were selling a tractor or a car or something like that, then you could offer local pickup. Then handling time. So, I did want to say offer additional service. I most of the time will still add in, like for in this case, if somebody wants it quicker than first class, I will put in the priority mail padded flat rate. If they choose priority mail, they will have to pay for priority mail. Now, I really like that because there are people who will select that, and I actually end up saving money in postage because I've already included first class postage, which I'm guessing this will probably cost about $4 to mail. That if somebody chooses the priority mail, I save $4. I end up making $4 more than I would have if had they just done the first class. With the holidays coming, people are going to be wanting to get things quick, and they might, and I'm not going to remember to come back and change this listing to add it later as it gets closer to December. So having this as an option just gives your buyer another option. Some people, money is not an issue to them. All right, my handling time is 1 day, but you can go all the way up to 30 days for your handling time. So this means when something sells, how long is it going to take for you to bring it to the post office? Not print postage, because if you print your postage the day it sells, but you don't bring it to the post office for 3 days, then you have a 3-day handling time. So, and again, it's business days, so weekends do not count. I currently do 1 business day because now that I'm offering free returns, it makes it so I get the top rated plus discount as well as a special badge on my listings. Handling cost. If you are doing free shipping, as this says, when free shipping is selected, handling cost isn't charged. But if you were charging shipping, then you can actually add in a handling cost. I do not do that. Combined shipping discounts. You can apply my calculated shipping rule. I do free shipping. If you're buying more than 1 item, you're not getting a discount on shipping because I'm not paying for your shipping, but I will combine your items into 1 item. Sell internationally with the global shipping program. This is where eBay will actually ship with their partner to your customer who is international. So instead of you taking this item and putting it in an envelope and sending it to France, so you're going to send this to a location in Kentucky, and eBay or their partner is going to take that item and then send it to your customer. They collect all the duties and customs and all that kind of stuff, and they take care of that. It is more expensive for your buyer, but it does provide you with some additional protections because you're only responsible on getting it to Kentucky. So if something happens and it goes from Kentucky to France and it gets lost, or it takes 6 months to get there and your buyer is complaining after a couple of weeks, it's going to be on eBay to deal with it, not you. So I've been using the global shipping program since probably May timeframe, when there started to be a lot of complaints about international shipping taking so long that I didn't want to take on that headache and do direct shipping. So I've been using the global shipping program. I'm hoping soon I will be able to, probably after the holidays, we'll go back to direct shipping. So your other option is to direct ship. So you could unclick this and then you can do a flat, same cost to all buyers for international, or you could do a calculated, which most of the time I was doing calculated. Then you click on who do you want to ship to, and I was just doing worldwide. And in this case, it would be a first class mail international package. You also have the option of choosing just Canada, which there are some of my listings where I've been having a lot of Canadians have been asking me to ship to them. So I went ahead and added Canada to that listing. I've had no issues with Canada so far. Or you can say that I want to ship to Canada and Mexico only. You can select certain ones. And then there are some that you can exclude. So you can just choose custom location and select different ones. So in this case, I'll go ahead. I'm going to do GSP for the rest of the country. But if you live in Canada, I will ship directly to you. I will be doing a video on pirate ship in the global. They have a thing called the simple export rate that you can get. You have to ask for it with a pirate ship, but it is a huge, huge money saver when it comes to international shipping. So you can add a handling cost for your international if you want. And then you need to figure out what are you going to mail this in. So for me, I know it's going to go in one of my eBay bubble mailers. That is 9x7. And this is about, it's about 1 inch tall, but with the bubble, let's say 2. And what I suggest is you weigh your item and then figure out how much it's going to cost. I'm just going to guess because I've done this for a while. And my item's free shipping. So I know that if I put in 12, it's going to cover it, but that will cover my international shipping. All right, next is sell it faster so you can promote your listings. If you are currently above average seller and above, then you can promote your listings. If you are below average seller, then they do not allow you to promote your listings. So what this does is it boosts your items visibility with premium placements on eBay, and you only pay if your item sells. So if your buyer went and looked at your item and then they left and they came back within, I think it's 48 hours. I'm going to click on this learn more. I think it's 48 hours. Let's see if it shows me. It's not. It's 30 days. All right. So pay only for sales. You are not charged until a buyer clicks on your promoted listing and purchase the promoted item within 30 days. So even if you decide to stop promoting your item, but if they still came back, they put it on their watch list, and within 30 days they came back and bought it, you would still be responsible for the promoted fees. So if you decided you wanted to pay for promoted, which puts you on hopefully like the first page, or sometimes when people will buy something down at the bottom, if they're looking at something, it might pick up and scroll. It just puts you in different places, more visibility on the eBay website. You can set your ad rate, or you can select a campaign. So I currently have a campaign going right now, which is campaign 11. So I'm going to select campaign 11, which is putting it at this 4.1 rate, I think. I don't know. I'm doing I don't think it's called trending rate anymore. I'm going to do another video on this whole section. So volume pricing, since I have more than one, I could say if somebody was to buy one of these from me, they're going to pay that $14.99. If they decided they wanted to buy two, I could give them a discount. So if they buy two or more, they can save 10% off each item. So let's say you wanted to buy, just trying to think of something I might have where somebody would want to buy more than one of. I don't know. Let's say I was selling some Hershey Kisses and somebody's like, hey, I want more than one bag. They're my favorite flavor. I'm going to go ahead and provide them with a discount to encourage them to buy more than one. Because especially if I'm putting something in like a flat padded envelope, I can fit 4 or 5 in there, then I would want them to go ahead and do it because it's not going to increase my cost at all. In this case, I am not going to be providing a discount. So then down here, it will show you your fees. If you have a fee, it might be because you clicked on something like a large photo, you put in a second. I'm just going to go back up here and tell you sometimes something I've done before. This subtitle, there are times I've put in this custom label by mistake in here, and I'll see down below that there is a total, and I'll be like, oh, something's not right. And I'll go back up and figure out that is where it is at. If you were to do an auction listing, auction style, and then you put a buy it now in your auction, so you gave them the option to bid on it, or if they wanted to buy it now right away, or you put a reserve on it or something like that, then those all have additional fees. But again, I don't do auctions. I don't find them beneficial for the stuff that I sell. All right, so there's your fees. So you can preview it. You can save it as a draft, which again is something I used to do from time to time. I will save it as a draft and then add the photos from my phone instead of having me take my pictures from my phone and put them onto the computer. But lately I had a listing marathon the other day, so I went ahead and just put them all on my computer because it's just quicker and easier for me. So I'm going to go ahead and list this item. So let's say I was listing something that I had another type of thing that was very similar. Let's say I was listing a puzzle, and now I have another puzzle. You can create similar, which I have done before. I'll click on this, create similar. It'll copy this exactly. And let's say I had, well, I'll just show you. I got these like anime. Okay. They're both the same character, and I'm going to list them separately. I would put this anime up, and then at the end I could say sell similar, and it will pre-fill everything. And I just need to go in and change the photos and a few other criteria. So it's usually pretty easy to do. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm done. Oh, actually, I'm going to click on this and show you just what the listing came out to look like. So at the top of your screen, when you look at your own listing, you'll see where it says your item is for sale. If you have ended this item or it's sold, it'll show you up here that you ended the item, or it will say that you sold this item on whatever day. Revise. So because there's times when I've hit submit and I've said, oh shoot, I had 2 of those and I only put in 1. So I'll click on this revise right away so I can go ahead and edit and say I have 2 of them. Again, you can sell a similar item, create shipping discounts. Those are from the page right away. So this is the listing. Those are the photos. What I typed in, you can see now it has all this item specifics that I filled out. Okay, so let me show you the other way that you could list this item. So I'm actually going to close this and close this. And the other way is if you click on the sell button at the top of the screen, it brings you to your active items page, and you can click on create a listing. This is what you would get, is this screen right here. And then you can type in, I think, again, I'm going to just scan the UPC with my scanner. If you had a book, movies, DVDs, all that kind of stuff, a lot of them you can list really quickly, because if you put in the UPC or the ISBN number of a book, it'll automatically populate the information for you. I'm going to see if I have a book where we can do that. So in this case, it did not do that. So I'm going to hit the back button here, and you'll see when you do anything where it gets, you click on get started, or you start any type of listing, it saves it as a draft. So you can see here, it just saved whatever I just did as a draft. So I got to go and delete all of these right here, are all not good ones. Okay, I'm going to show you what it will do if you have a book and you typed in the UPC, or in this case, I'm going to use my scanner. So this is a book that I'm selling. It is Deadpool Classic Omnibus by Glenn Hardling. All right, so see how it auto-populated this information? And I can say select, and it's going to show me the information. And I'm just going to verify that, yep, this is a hardcover. This is what I'm selling. Again, it's heavy, 116 ounces. I don't even know how many ounces that, or how many pounds that turns into. College graduate beginner. That's interesting. So I'll say, yep, I'm going to use this product. And in this case, it auto-populated this information, that all this detail information that we were just looking at. It already filled out all of those item specifics for you. That's why it's important. If you have media, like I said, books, DVDs, CDs, there's just a lot of that product is already cataloged in eBay's system. So when you put in the UPC, it's going to fill that information in for you. So that's how you can list items on eBay. Right here was that create a listing, by the way, single listing. So that's how you can create it on your phone, on your laptop. Next, I'm going to show you how you can create it on a phone. All right, we're going to open up the eBay app, and I'm going to click on search and scan the barcode of the product that I'm going to be selling if there's a barcode, and if there's not, then I would type in the product name and click on search. Just like we did when we were doing it on the laptop, I'm going to go ahead and look at the current listings, make sure it's the proper item that comes up. I'm going to click over on the filter button and hit sold and completed and look at what they're going for. Sold. I sort by highest priced. Again, take a look at the listing, find the one that has a title that I like the most, and then I'll select that listing and copy that listing just like I did on the laptop. Now here you can see where it says sell one like this. I'll click on that and it will start my listing. And then here I'll click on photos, access my library because I've taken photos, or you can click on camera and take a photo right there in front of you instead of doing it through this. So there's a photo editing software here that when you click on your photo down at the bottom, the fourth one over, if you click on that, it'll remove your background on your image. It is hard when you have a lot of white in your original product photo that sometimes it removes too much. I'm just going to play with this paint just so you can kind of see what it does. I do end up deciding that I don't really like it. It's going to take too much time. I don't like how it looks. So I'm going to cancel out of it and not use this feature. But I did want to show you that it's there if you wanted to play with it on your products. Next, I review the title. I like the title that they had. It has all the pertinent information, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it. If you hit the pencil that's to the right, you can edit the title. Same with item specifics. You hit that pencil or just tap in the item specifics area and it's going to open up the item specifics. For me, I'm going to go through and just verify everything that they have. They did have this down as a framed picture, and it is not framed, so I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and selected something else. I ended up not seeing anything else, so I just went ahead and typed in the words framed. That is one thing you can do. If you don't see something that you like that doesn't really match your specific item, then you can go ahead and type in your own criteria and put it in and submit it. Here's the custom SKU where I need to put in the location of B9 of my tote and that I bought this, I think at Hobby Lobby, and paid $2 for it. Next, we'll just take a look at the other criteria that's on here. The category, I'm going to choose my store category. Again, you just tap everything and it opens right up on your phone. Pricing, I'm going to turn off auction. It defaults to auction. I'm not sure why, since the majority of stuff is buy it now on the website. Put in my price. You have the option of turning on if you want best offers and all that kind of stuff in that one. Ship to the US. This is where I can put in your box size, how much it weighs, if you're doing international shipping. All of the criteria that we talked about on the laptop is just here on the mobile. Just checking my return policy because I am offering free returns. I wanted to make sure that showed that. And then when you're all done, you just submit your item and that's it. I'm going to show you one more listing on the phone, but I'm just going to show you how quickly you can actually go through it. So just watch along. All right, so there you go. I am going to be doing more videos on eBay, navigating the website, tips on taking photos, things that I use for eBay for listing, for boxing. I'm going to do a video on shipping, all of that. So if you are not following my channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. There is a little bell that will give you a notification of every time I go live or I put on a new video. Go ahead and hit that button if you want to know about the new eBay series that I am creating, and you will get notified about that. And also, if you found any use to this, please hit that thumbs up. It helps other people find my channel and find this video and help get them started on eBay. All right, thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming by, watching my video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Alrighty, bye.